The race session is at 1988 Portuguese Grand Prix in Portugal. Dominic Singendonk from Netherlands is P1. Daniel Handke from Germany is second. Dominic Faubourg from United Kingdom is P3. Martijn Mol from Netherlands is fourth with 30 kilos. Eric B. from Germany is fifth with 40 kilos. Glenfield from United Kingdom is P6. John Astrop from New Zealand is P7 with 50 kilos. Brian Patterson from Scotland is 8th with 10 kilos. Rene Robertson from England is P9 with 20 kilos. Marcus Singendonk is 10th. Hein van Niekerk from South Africa is 11th. Dominic Singendonk is first. "30 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. John Astrop is P3. John Astrop is now P8. John Astrop lost 8 to Marcus Singendonk. Marcus Singendonk is 9. Daniel Handke is third. Martijn Mol is P4. Glenfield is P6. Brian Patterson is P7. Robertson is P8. Hein van Niekerk is 9, 0.4 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson from England is P9, 0.2 behind Hein van Niekerk. Rene Robertson is now P8. John Astrop is 9, 0.4 behind Rene Robertson. Eric B on lap 2 is 6th, battling Brian Patterson. Eric B passed Brian Patterson for 5th. Brian Patterson is P6, 0.4 behind Eric B. John Astrop is P9, 0.1 behind Rene Robertson. John Astrup passed Rene Robertson for P8. Rene Robertson on lap 3 is 9, 0.1 behind John Astrup. Eric B on lap 3 is 6th, 0.5 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson was 0.6 faster last lap. Hein van Niekerk on lap 3 is P7, 0.4 behind Eric B. Hein van Niekerk was 0.6 faster last lap. Dominic Bobard is P10 battling Rene Robertson. Hein van Niekerk is 7, 0.5 behind Eric B. Rene Robertson is 9, 0.5 behind John Astrup. Brian Patterson is 5th, 0.5 behind Glenn Field. 25 minutes remaining in the session. Dominic Bobard is 10, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Hein van Niekerk from South Africa is P7, 0.5 behind Eric B. Rene Robertson is P9, 0.5 behind John Astrup. Dominic Bobard is P10, 0.1 behind Rene Robertson. Dominic Bobard passed Rene Robertson for P9. Rene Robertson is P10, 0.1 behind Dominic Bobard. Brian Patterson is P5 with 10 kilos, 0.5 behind Glenn Field. Hein van Niekerk is 7, 0.5 behind Eric B. Field on lap 5 is 4th, 0.5 behind Martijn Mol. Hein van Niekerk is 7th, 0.2 behind Eric B. Glenfield on lap 6 is P4, 0.3 behind Martijn Mol. Dominic Bobard is 9, 0.4 behind John Astrup. Dominic Bobart is now in. Brian Patterson is P5, 0.4 behind Glenfield. John Astrop is P8, 0.4 behind Dominic Bobart. Glenfield is 4th, 0.2 behind Martage Mole. Martage Mole on lap 7 is P4 battling Glenfield. Brian Patterson is P5. Best lap is a 1:27.169. POINT 190 off the fastest lap. Martage Mole is 4th, 0.3 ahead of Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson is 5th, 0.4 behind Martage Mole. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Martage Mole is P4, 0.2 ahead of Brian Patterson. Martage Mole lost P4 to Brian Patterson. Hein van Niekerk is 9, 0.3 behind Rene Robertson. Rene Robertson was 6.3 faster last lap. Rene Robertson is 9th, 0.1 behind Hein van Niekerk. Brian Patterson is 4th. Eric B exiting pits. Martage Mole is 5th, 0.9 behind Brian Patterson. Brian Patterson from Scotland is 4th, 0.5 behind Glenfield. Brian Patterson was 0.7 faster last lap. Daniel Handke is P2, 0.4 behind Dominic Singendonk. Daniel Handke passed Dominic Singendonk for P1. Brian Patterson on lap 9 is 4th, 0.6 behind Glenfield. Glenfield is 3rd, 0.5 behind Dominic Singendonk. Dominic Bobart is 6th, 0.2 behind Brian Patterson. Marcus Singendonk entering the pits is P11. Dominic Favard is now P5. Martij Mol is 4th, 0.5 behind Glenfield. Martij Mol is now 2nd. Daniel Handke exiting pits. Marcus Singendonk exiting pits. Glenfield is 7th. Glenfield exiting pits. Brian Patterson exiting pits. Hein van Niekerk is P5, 1.9 behind John Astrup. Rene Robertson exiting pits. Martij Mol is P2, 2.9 behind Dominic Singendonk. Minutes remaining in the session. Hein van Niekerk on lap 11 is 5th, 1.3 behind John Astrup. Eric B is P9, 1.0 behind Brian Patterson. Eric B is now 8th. Hein van Niekerk is 5th, 0.6 behind John Astrup. Glenfield exiting pits. Eric B is P8, 1.0 behind Brian Patterson. Daniel Handke is 6th, 0.5 behind John Astrup. Daniel Handke passed Hein van Niekerk for 4th. Eric B is P8, 0.8 behind Brian Patterson. Hein van Niekerk exiting pits. John Astrup exiting pits. John Astrup is 6th. Best lap is a 1:28.121. 1.583 off the fastest lap. Eric B is 8th, 1.1 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrup is P6, 0.8 behind Hein van Niekerk. Dominic Faubourg exiting pits. Eric B is 8th with 40 kilos, 1.1 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrup is P6, 0.9 behind Hein van Niekerk. Eric B is 8th, 1.8 behind Brian Patterson. John Astrup is P6. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Glenfield is P10, 2.9 behind Rene Robertson. Eric B entering the pits is P10. Glenfield is now P9. John Astrup is 6th, 2.3 behind Hein van Niekerk. Glenfield is P9, 1.8 behind Rene Robertson. Martijn Mol on lap 15 is P2, 2.9 behind Dominic Singendonk. Glenfield is 9th, 0.5 behind Rene Robertson. Glenfield passed Rene Robertson for 8th. Glenfield lost P8 to Rene Robertson. Glenfield entering the pits is 9. Hein van Niekerk is 5th, 3.2 ahead of John Astrup. Brian Patterson is 7th, 2.7 behind John Astrup. Daniel Handke is P3, 2.3 behind Martijn Mol. Martijn Mol is P2, 1.7 ahead of Daniel Handke. Daniel Handke is P3, 0.5 behind Martijn Mol. Daniel Handke passed Martijn Mol for second. John Astrup is P6, 3.8 behind Hein van Niekerk. 5 minutes remaining in the session. Daniel Handke is second, 1.5 behind Dominic Singendonk. Brian Patterson entering the pits is P8. Hein van Niekerk is P5. Daniel Handke is second, 0.3 behind Dominic Singendonk. Brian Patterson exiting pits. Daniel Handke passed Dominic Singendonk for first. Dominic Singendonk is second, 2.0 behind Daniel Handke. Hein van Niekerk is fifth. Dominic Singendonk is second, 4.2 behind Daniel Handke. Marcus Singendonk on lap 17 is 10th. Hein van Niekerk is P5. John Astrup is sixth. Martijn Mol on lap 20 is third, 4.5 behind Dominic Singendonk. Daniel Handke is P1. Martijn Mol is third, 3.8 behind Dominic Singendonk. Dominic Favard on lap 21 is P4, 2.6 behind Martijn Mol. Martijn Mol is third, 1.6 ahead of Dominic Favard. Dominic Favard is P4, 0.8 behind Martijn Mol. Martijn Mol is P3 battling Dominic Favard. Martijn Mol lost third to Dominic Favard. Dominic Favard is fourth battling Martijn Mol. Dominic Favard was 2.8 faster last lap. Martijn Mol on lap 22 is P3, 0.2 ahead of Dominic Favard. Martijn Mol lost third to Dominic Favard. Dominic Favard is third, 0.9 ahead of Martijn Mol. The leader has just finished the race. Daniel Handke finished P1. Rene Robertson finished P7. Dominic Singendonk finished second. Dominic Favard finished P3. Glenfield finished P8. Martijn Mol finished P4. Hein van Niekerk finished P5. Ryan Patterson finished 9th. John Astrup finished P6. Marcus Singendonk is 10th. Marcus Singendonk finished P10.